right now, Val. I think you should be called the Parfessor, because all this young man does is rack up par.
Parfessor. I love that, actually.
You are? Oh, he's the Parfessor. He's the Parfessor. Let's go.
And if you're looking for collaborations, try and reach out.
And we're done reaching out. We're going to rely on the good folks there in Newcastle County. Delaware's got some great golf. We're staying concentrated in this area, celebrating the 9 golf courses I've played so far. So let's swing on in to our number 9th course.
And as we travel right through Delaware, we're going to be playing as much golf as we can. There's a lot of great history, especially at this one. The course does have a ton of history, being built in 1921, over 100 years old. Historical building by George Lester. There's also a skating park right next to it. The course has the nickname of The Rock. It is a lake-style course with a ton of wind. We'll go through each one of the holes here at Rock Manor, and again, the price has gone up within the last couple years. You could tell they've been pumping money into it. These bunker design, by now there would have fell apart. We'll even go through that twilight rate, which we highly recommend in the summertime to go out and play. See, there's rocks right in the lakes here. It's right off of I-95, so it's not too far from your location. Each one of the holes here at Rock Manor with the Parfessor. The course has a ton of history, being built in 1921.
So driving right into this golf course, you wouldn't feel like there's that much history until you get to the clubhouse. It's the original clubhouse, being built in the 1920s. It has been restored. Grab yourself a chili cheese dog from the bartender. He's putting together some great hot dogs for a great price. And right off the bat, it starts off with a nice par 4. But the course itself stretches 6,405 yards. There's a lot of twists and turns. You'll go under a bridge. It's a 4.3 out of 5 on Google, so it has a pretty good rating, but you're going to spend some good money. It's $60 to $75 depending on the time of the day during the winter when this was filmed, and of course the course can go up to $100 and something in the summertime during prime time weekend rates. It's been rated, gets everything in motion. You don't want to trip yourself as you move through this list. And it's got some good ones, so you don't want to skip ahead either. Like our next one here at Ed Oliver Golf Club or course. It's a small one, but it packs a massive punch.
Of this course in 1901, the land was the Wilmington Country Club.
By the way, Wilmington Country Club, unbelievable. Look at the sun rising through the trees here at the country club.
Out of this course was designed in 1901 by Wilford Reed. Some updates in 1961. In 1961 were by Alfred Knoll. By golf pro Ed Oliver. They put together 8 PGA championships.
Ed Oliver may be one of the best PGA Tour professionals that nobody remembers.
Ed grew up right outside of this area, just down the street. He was a caddy, was his first job at DuPont Country Club, which...
Breakfast and nickels and dimes, I couldn't find any quarters, but I think it was a sign, cause I thought I caught eyes with this lady in line, so I realized she was...
Love golf courses with a foundation of history, and this is the course with the foundation of Wilmington history here at Ed Oliver Golf Course, and the only thing that remains there to this day is the chimney of the original clubhouse.
We'll even look at that old chimney,
which is located on the 18th hole here at Ed Oliver Golf Course, a course named after... Through this list and into a new part of Delaware, the southern part of Newcastle, one would say. And there's not too many as you go south of that, but there's Odessa National, which has a cool logo and a great course. Of the course, we're going to talk all about that. There's 2 golf designers that put this course together, and we're going to walk through each one of the holes at the front 9, grab ourselves a cocktail before we go out there and play, and enjoy some true Delaware golf. You never know what you're going to get paired up with or how the course is going to be. Of course, conditions are as true as they're going to be here in the springtime, and I recommend playing from those back tees. Now, it stretches a total of 6,961 yards, so make sure you play the right ball when teeing off.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And on number 1, we almost had a little bit of confusion, setting the tone for an interesting round of golf with some strangers. Now it's a par 72 that stretches a total of 6,961 yards. So frustration can build across the board here. And I think that's what happened at this course. It can become more challenging than the price tag. It's an extremely affordable price, and it's a very nice design course. And there's reasons why. There's put some money into this course since building it. Delaware, it's been rated a top golf course in 2000, 2019, and 2001 by Golf Advisory, making it #1 and #2 those years. And it still belongs on this list here at moving us now into our next course is Frog Hollow. Packs a punch as well.
At Frog Hollow, finally playing. The course was completed in the year 2000, the summer of that, and David Horn helped design it along with Alan Lindenwald. 2016, this whole facility was sold and then changed and sold for $1.2 million.
This championship link style course has been first public in the summer of 2000 and voted as 2013's Reader's Choice Awards Best Golf Course in Delaware. And Delaware today had it in 2019 as the best course to play within the area. It's located in Middleton and offers challenging and well-groomed course. It stretches a long 6,608 yards from those blue tees, the back ones we recommend playing. A slope of 128 and a rating of 71.1. I enjoyed this well-groomed course, especially for the price. We're going to drop the price there up in the top hand corner. But more importantly, we're going to talk about how this course has 50 strategical bunkers spread throughout it and a total of 6 holes with ponds located. Now the natural grass throughout this course really just kind of blends in. And if you like golf history and some interesting, maybe even horror stories along the way, the next course is right up your alley. That is Newcastle Golf Club. There's a lot of interesting facts.
Started as an old farm and turned into a prison. Let's take a look at this 18-hole golf course with more history than you would think. Delcastle Golf Course, which used to be an old prison at the time. Anyone that was evading tax evasion, you weren't playing golf here, you were staying here before it was a golf course. Worst part about the course, parking lot.
Was for all the people that tax evasion, town drunks and shit like that. No criminals, and they worked the farm. It was a farm. And across the street was all farmland too. So when you get out towards the road, when you get to the par 3, which is right up over here,
okay,
you're going to see the par 3, and you're going to see this little white house on the left.
Par 3, little white house.
Right over on the by the White House, by the side of the road, you'll see the sign that tells you all this.
That's cool.
It's
yeah,
pretty
that's what I figured there's got to be some cool history. And there's a lot of interesting history at Delcastle Golf Club. You can see right off the bat, old buildings here. And the course was designed by Ed Olt in 1971. So it's got some rich history, almost 50 years old.
My expectations were very low, and then getting there and learning about this facility, well, that's the reason we do golf reviews. This course is unbelievable when it comes to history and what you're getting out of it, the historical landmark, and getting a second to talk to the farmhouse owner.
House and used to be all farmland. Lost the farmer that we became a prison for. Historical is when you're leaving and that white building.
Yep.
That's across the maintenance shed there. And there's the porta potty on the back side of it.
And this is the only part that's a historical landmark. The park is located right there. The point of the golf course that I want to focus on is the old structure. Hole number 9, you'll see the historic part of the golf course. And the course is rumored to even be haunted.
Don't you get scared? I'm like, no. I said every once in a while, like, I hear running footsteps up the stairs.
Okay.
Like children's feet running across the hallway.
And even the maintenance barn is part of the old
prison. I tell you what, I like those aspects of this course. Back in 2002 and 2003, this was rated one of the best public golf courses in Delaware. And of course, they got the nice cushioned seats, grass is bent grass greens. But let's talk about the history.
That's because the township leases the land to the golf course. They could change it to a hospital, an education center, whatever they want. Big bushes happening all throughout this golf course. Bushes that you could potentially hit your golf ball into out here.
We're trying to give you those fun, educational golf content, trying to find those courses throughout this area. There's 9 full regulated courses, and that's all of them. So let's swing on into our next one here in Middleton.
Conversations for this golf course didn't take place until 1989, a long time before the course was actually built. And at that time, they moved about 350,000 pounds of dirt to construct this course. It was originally an old crop farm, so this was all farmland. The 200 houses was built, and then the golf course conversation started. 1997, it officially opened. $2.4 million to complete. The course itself was designed by David Horn, who was a golf designer. He didn't put too many courses though, just 2. And Alan Lindecote, who actually purchased the land in 1989. Now he was a housing developer who turned golf architect, and something like that is interesting. When construction started, 200 homes were immediately put up to kind of build a foundation that golf would be around. And when Alan first purchased it, he realized he was the best golf designer for the price. And he learned as much as he could about golf design to get the job done. I should actually move this, but let's see if I can just get one on that side. Sit now, golly. Now, both golf designers knew each other at the University of Delaware, and I think that's where the first connection kind of happened. Alan grew up in golf since the age of 14, from what I was reading. He always loved golf, and he didn't take down a challenge. He didn't know how to do golf design, but he figured it out. It took a lot of paperwork to get this course built. The Department of Land Use got involved. It was one of the first golf courses in Middleton. David and Alan went on golf trips together to kind of figure out what type of golf course they wanted to build. The foundation of this golf course was a 1920s feel, challenging, short. Original parts of 1997 are still here. Haven't been too much updated because you get that character of the 1920s feel. The course, out of Google ratings, has 44 reviews with a 3.6, so it's not that great, but it might be due to the history.
It was a year and a half ago this place was unplayed.
Yeah, it was
a dirt farm. And Tim came in here and really, in 6 months, he made it.
It looks like a private facility. I mean, I know it's the time of the year too.
Yeah,
but you know.
But yeah.
Hats off. I mean, it's.
And now they got, you know, a lot more people helping out, working on the course and stuff. So.
But he's got. But this is his 8th course, right?
Yeah.
So he's keeping them busy. All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Before Ron Jaworski took over. And when Jaworski purchased the property, it was for $1.62 million. So he got a deal. It was the May of 2022 when Jaworski purchased the course. This was his 8th course at the time, so he already had a foundation, putting $500,000 in tee boxes, bunker renovation, and also the fairways. And you can see this is actually, you get away with a private course here. And since Jaworski came in, he's put a ton of money, and the proof is in the pudding. Look at this. This is the putting green surface on number 2. Surfaces, I want to put at a 9 out of 10 for public golf. And I think even for private golf, you want to even look at a 7 here. These feel like the nicest ones this year that I played. The layout of the course is pretty challenging and a little confusing if you've never played here before. So bring a scorecard with you. That's a little pro tip, because when you get to the tee box, they're not going to lay out where the hole's going. And they say this course is not as challenging as the St. Anne's course, but you can find yourself in bad predicaments here. Oh my God. Oh. And conditions at this course are really
sets the tone unlike any other. As we move us now over to Deerfield Golf Club, where there's a lot of fun, interesting history. 1955, this clubhouse was originally called Louvier's Country Club. In 1994, MB&T purchased the club from DuPont and built a new clubhouse along with a ballroom, recreational building, and renamed it Deerfield. In 2007, the state acquired 145 acres of this property to protect the land from development. The club is now part of Delaware's White Clay Creek State Park and supervised by Delaware's Division of Park and Recreation. In February 2006, Delaware's Division of Park and Recreation and Hospitality that managed the property opened it to the public for the first time in 51 years, that April 14th, 2006. So pretty interesting. And let's just start off. It's 18 holes of incredible golf. There's a par 3 there. Just all these holes were just very challenging, and the course was in great shape. From the back tees, it only stretches 6,323 yards. It has a slope of 136 and a ranking of 71.6. Now we does not skip a beat. We're swinging us over into the number 2 course for Newcastle, according at least to our rating. Let's swing on in to this challenging 18-hole course.
Each one of the holes here at a course that's seen a lot of interesting things happen.
I don't think I can go over.
Bankruptcy, problems, design changes.
Don't hit it.
18 holes turning into nothing.
The one ball on the side though, what's that? Can I get my one ball on the side? Yeah, let me,
Here at St. Anne's, about to get par with the Par Fest. Located on 193 acres. A lot of houses out here, and within 30 miles in every direction, there's 1.2 million people. So a lot of people can get out here and play this course. The problem is, it's off the beaten path. All right, let's get one. The course, when it opened, it was called St. Anne's and the Level Course, with 11 holes being open because they couldn't figure it out. I mean, essentially, they went bankrupt. Buddy Reed actually purchased the course with only 11 holes open to play. When Buddy actually purchased it, it was only 11 holes completed. It wasn't open officially. It wasn't until 2016 the course opened with 16 holes to play, with a plan to finish the remaining 2 that year. Wow. So it's not that old of a course, but it's been closed longer than it's been open. Alan Lindencoat designed this course. He built another course right down the street. We played that one. He probably felt confident enough to go crazy with an exclusive private course. That was the goal of this facility. He was a housing developer, and you can see right now, there's houses all over the place at this facility. There was a foundation of houses before the golf, and that was unfortunately a problem. 36-hole design originally that couldn't even get an 18-hole out of it. Massive infrastructure with bridges got put in with the intention of making it feel like you are an exclusive country club. And I want to feel like that's the case. This is a hidden gem. Now, Alan did have the help from Jim Funk, who was a PGA player. His dad was a consultant building the place. So there's some interesting things happening there. With it officially opening in 2006, this link style course did not disappoint, at least when it opened. Private exclusive was the term that they wanted to use here. Expensive, Delaware's finest, one would say. And now you can play it for $25 to walk the course, depending on the time of the day. I have to bring out driver on every hole, at least on the par 4s and par 5s, because they're long. This is more challenging than his other course Alan designed, but he had a little bit of help here with the PGA Professional, and things like that got expensive. So that was interesting, how everything fell apart. You start to get to that exclusive level, and we're not in an exclusive channel, we're just having fun. So I think these courses are just too much, but the price, which we're gonna drop right up here, and leave it there for a second. Wow, you could save some money out here. I suspect these prices are changing. And with water on the left-hand side, the first hole really does set the foundation for a good golf day. That's right.
This is a great course here on that good golf day. Now, more importantly, St. Anne's Golf Links is a 4.1 out of 5 on Google with 205 golf reviews to choose from. So not only us, there's other people that think that this course is above normal for a great course. And when you compare them to other courses within Philly and even way more in New Jersey, the price range and what you get with that price range is exclusive here. And I tell you what, in Middleton, Delaware, they're expanding like crazy and growing. So a course like this might not have the opportunities for cheap, affordable golf like it is now. By far, my favorite course in this county has to be
So let's take a look at White Clay Creek. Yeah, and just, any like holes that you recommend. $120, you get a really beautiful round of golf. And the clubhouse
is a total of 40,000 square feet. There's also 12 acres of practice facility.
And the course was designed by famous golf designers Arthur Hills and Stephen Forrest.
Arthur Hills and Steve Forrest.
Forrest, yeah, that's what it was. Forrest. Where the creek is almost on every one of the holes here.
Is it the best golf course in Wilmington? We'll take a look.
Wow, so that's violently to the right.
Yes, dog leg right. This is the tips. It is 7,000 yards from the tips.
7,000.
And usually our big tournaments, in fact, about a few months ago, we had the Delaware Amateur. This course is a lot of forced carries, as you'll see when we go out there. Over creeks, a lot of tight corners.
Wow, it's a par 4.
Yes, this is a par 4.
Okay, I was looking, I was like, that's far out there, but sometimes it's a little deceiving.
I usually play from the blacks because back here it's just...
Okay, so this is as far as it gets. The blacks aren't as far. Okay.
Yeah. 20 bridges. And then you'll see over the course of this tour, there's a lot of bridges. Like I said, a lot of forced carries.
Do you know if this was originally designed as a private course?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Almost a mile from hole 2 to 3.
That's why I couldn't walk it.
So they built this course specifically to take on water. To take on water for the other businesses around to be dry, such as the horse track.
Kind of see it, almost. You definitely see the line. So that's the practice one.
Our superintendent, Josh Weaver, you can even shout him out. He is one of the best superintendents in the Tri-City area. If you look at the greens and everything, the average stimp rolling is about 11.
Par 5, right?
Par 5, yep.
Yeah, that's sharp.
It is, if you see section go up.
It has all the gadgets you need, and it's stretched very long. You can see the practice track there and the official track. Coming on in, you can't miss it. And you'll be excited when you get there because it's a 4.5 out of 5 on Google with just over 400 Google reviews. It's got that massive practice facility, all the gear you need to get started, and grab yourself a beer in that deck area because that's what I did. Originally designed and intended as a private course in 2005. We're lucky enough to play this course, and it's priced depending on the time of day. So yeah, I mentioned 120, but that drop down dramatically. Logo of the golf course, I get it, but there's parts of the course like this bridge and even the water tower that I thought was nicer. There's tunnels. This is an exciting course. A lot of driving, no option to walk it. I mentioned that earlier, but I can rest assured there's a 9-hole option, so that's nice to know. The original golf owner was Rickman, the family Rickman, and he owned the Delaware Park Casino and affiliated with the golf course. That was sold, the local casino and the surrounding track, to Canadian investors. That's going to leave us with no more courses to take a look at. Hit down at the subscribe button for more videos with the Parfessor.